Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Today marks 1 year of having my YouTube channel. This particular seated dime was the first coin that I made a video for. It isn't in very good shape. It's been marked down from a 20 to $5. Now, the reason that it's been dropped will become clear when I pull this loop out. A little silver pause, 22. You can see quite a bit of wear on this and pitting when the light hits it right. It's not in very good shape. In fact, it wouldn't even grade good. The back is kind of scratched up pretty bad too, but I didn't think it's too bad for $5. Now, let's talk a little bit about what inspired me to start a YouTube channel. Little stacking perpetrator. A couple years ago, I watched quite a few YouTube videos from various channels back then. Coin Help You being one of the biggest ones now. Back then he wasn't quite as big as he is now, but he has good details, good information, makes good videos about coin errors, is your Morgan dollar cleaned, key date stuff, lots of cool stuff that he talks about. Very knowledgeable guy. Then I used to watch Silver Dragons and Silver Slayer quite a bit. They talk more about price of silver and stuff. And I watch Silver Seeker quite a bit. He's pretty knowledgeable. He done quite a few videos about detecting fakes and other stuff. I watch Silver Joker quite a bit. He has good information. I like his channel quite a bit. Spectacular. He has some pretty neat looking videos too. Now, this particular bag of silver, although that coin isn't, all the rest of these are various different types of silver. I'll have videos going live on it. Plus this one. There's a bag of 1.83 ounces of silver by weight, and it was priced by weight. I done the math. It was $19.12 for the silver that was in this. If all the calculations on the total weight were right, I paid a pretty low premium. I paid practically melt for them. They're all these are foreign silver for the most part, although technically these Philippine ones in here, they were made by the United States of America. But anyway, let's talk about some of the friends that I've made along the way. One of the earliest channels I used to watch that was a small, hello, old country coin collector. You're one of my friends too. He sent me this. And like I said, I'm looking through some stuff. I'm thinking about sending you and AG 1776 Stacker some stuff. But one of the first channels I ever watched that was a smaller channel, like under 1,000 subs when I started watching him, still is Ontario 100. He does stuff with gold, Morgan dollars, silver, lots of bills, treasury notes, silver certificates. Very knowledgeable guy, very nice videos, well done. But when I started watching it, about 700, maybe 800 subs, and now he's right around 800 and something. I want to say, I think I actually have more subs than him now, which is kind of hard to believe. But let's move on. The next guy I want to mention is New Silver Stacker and Rookie Stacker. I ran in both of them about the same time. New Silver Stacker is very enthusiastic about his videos and kind of a bit showy, where Rookie is too, and I liked both of their stuff, and I ended up talking to New Silver Stacker a lot. Then there was Josh Anderson. I think he was he changed his name. I'm trying to remember what his name was before. He hasn't done any videos for a while, so I'm hoping he's okay. But watched quite a few of his, and he was a interesting guy. Then we're going to go to the next guy, Stacking Perpetrator, who was joined us tonight. I think he needs more subs. I'm trying to help him by putting him in my comments section. His channels to like and subscribe if you like their content. Then we have Patriotic Stacker and Patriot Stacker. They're good friends of mine. I comment on their videos quite often, and they oftentimes comment on some of mine, or at least comment on what I commented on. Then we go to some of the next guys, AG 1776 Stacker and Old Country Coin Collector. Both cool guys. OCCC usually joins me in a lot of my live streams. And AG Stacker's poked in a few times. They both sent me stickers, and I'm trying to get together a few things to send to them. I know what I want to send them, and I know exactly what I want to send one of them. Won't be this, but it's a hint. Anyway, then we got Legit Sir Noobs and Bionic Boy 88, a couple of people I usually join in on their chats quite often. They do a lot of giveaways and stuff. The guy I kind of found more recently is Pirate Stacker, and he likes pirate themed stuff. So hence this treasure chest and stuff I've been doing kind of fits in along with what he does. Oh, no problem, Stacking Perpetrator. I'm adding your channel name on my comments section in my well, not comments but details section on my videos. Trying to get you some more subs. You're a good channel, and you should be doing better than more subs than you got. Then a guy across the pond, McDonald Boyan and Anna T, who lives in Italy, I believe. They have some neat videos too. Now, Wasatch Wizard, he's a cool guy too. Now, all them guys have helped, by commenting on my videos, or when I comment on theirs, they, like, so here's some of the goals I have going forward. This, it's one of the biggest pieces of gold I have right now. It's an old wedding band. It's 2.5 penny weight. It's a size 8. The one jeweler coin dealer I go to, I went and stopped at his place after work actually. Anyway, he had offered me, he said I'd probably pay you about $100 for it. It's not really worth selling. Matter of fact, gold's gonna have to double in price before I could sell this for the price I actually paid for it. That's the markup on jewelry. It's crazy. Right now, a ring like this, it's kind of a thick band in terms of, this way. Not so much that way, but this way. They're $799 at one of the jewelry stores. I just looked at them recently. Now, it might be a different price now, but a few months ago. In fact, it was the jewelry store I bought this stone from. Well, it's glass stone. And anyway, $800, and I paid about $190 for this back 30 years ago or whatever, whenever it was. Huge markup on jewelry. So the gold I want to get is like a 10th ounce Krugerrand, or maybe a silver eagle, or not silver, gold eagle, 10th ounce one or something. 10th ounce is something. Now, going to continue to want to get more. Let me get off to. Where did I put it? I just had it here. I wonder where. Oh, I want to get more seeded coins. I get a seeded dollar. I want to get a trade dollar. Problem with seeded dollars are there's only a couple years they made a lot of them, And most of the rest of the years they didn't make that many. And the total mintage from the time they first made them to the end was under 10 million, I believe. So there's not a lot of them out there to get. And how many of them have been lost or melted or whatever, it's hard telling. But I want to get more seeded coins for sure. $50, dollars, whatever. I also want to get some more Mexican silver. Hello, John Jacobs. How you doing? He's a good guy too. Anyway, I don't want to go super long tonight, but I do want to cover that stuff. You know, I mentioned a lot of people I've met in the past year who've gave me advice and talked about my videos and stuff. Now, this particular, it's 1984 Libertad. When I bought it, silver was around $23, $24. And recently, these have been going for with almost twice the silver price. I got this for $27. Then I did not think I did too bad. And hold on one second, I'll grab this other thing. Fractional quarter ounce Libertad. Now, when I reveal the price here, $6. I bought this when silver was right around $24. So I basically got it for melt. Now, the thing about this is, these ones, they do not make very many of these. I think this year they made, it's a 2019. I looked it up once. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's something like 5,500 were made. This thing should have been more than $6. It should have been a lot more, probably, at least double. And that's just, you know, funny how this bag of silver right here, 1.83 ounces of silver basically in all these coins in this one. $35, you do the math, $19.12. So it was sold right at melt, because silver price has been around $19 in the last, well, they say $19, but let's get technical about it. When you go online and you look up this kind of Stand-in Liberty on eBay, it's dateless pretty much, and it's kind of slick. I just looked recently, they are $7.98. That's what they want. Now the melt on this is only about $3.50, and since it's so slick, I mean, they've lost some of the weight. I did scale and measure on some of these coins like this that are worn quite a bit. It's remarkable that they want $8 a piece for these. Now, a lot of them have free shipping, and if you have to pay shipping, it can get pretty expensive, you know, depending on what you buy. But these Benjamins are kind of unloved. Although when I was at the jeweler and coin dealer guy, he had a 50, I think it's 53 proof one of these. He wanted $100 for it, and I was saying that seems like a lot, but it's pretty low mintage, and that's the reason why. But I still mind blown that I was able to get this for $6. It's quarter ounce Libertad. It's crazy. And I did find out that they make these Balboas in $1, exactly the same size and weight as a Morgan dollar. This is a half. Cody. Hello, Cody. But anyway, this guy's sticker's kind of neat. And since he sent me this sticker, I'm going to get him something to send. And Old Country Coin Collector sent me a sticker I just got. I quite like this design. It's pretty cool. Anyway, what else to talk about? Anyway, the treasure chest challenge. Have a look at this bag of silver. There's a lot of silver in this. 50-cent pieces, quarters, dimes. It's, when you include this stack right here of 7 Morgan and Peace dollars, some of which are worn, but they were all decently priced, and a couple Barber halves and a worn out JFK half. I mean, I've shown this to some coin dealers and they said they ain't never seen a JFK worn this much. The date's gone, but I know it's a 64 because the D mint is right there. It's not very easy to see anymore. And this is a seated Liberty quarter that it's an S mint one, but it's worn so bad you can't see the date on the front anyway. But all that plus all this is a staggering amount of silver and all that. Where's the paper? Here, I just added it up recently. Final tally for how much silver is in my treasure chest challenge. Doesn't want to focus. Well, we'll just have to loop this. 76 and 10. $76.10 of, face value silver in my treasure chest, and it ain't full yet. It's getting closer though. Now, let's talk about the other part of my channel. Just checked. Now, this was before this went live and before anybody might have looked at one of my other videos. 865 subs and 188,000 views. Thanks to you guys watching and subbing, it's allowed me to feel like I can continue making these videos. And I need to get some longer videos going besides just these live streams. I've done some. Most of my long videos don't get a whole lot of views, unfortunately, and that's going to have to change because, when you get to 1,000 subs, you can go and get monetized, but you got to have 4,000 watch hours, and shorts don't count. So I got to start having some views of longer videos. So I have to come up with subjects, study them up, and do 10, 15-minute videos about them. Now, this is the Mount Rushmore commemorative. Now, you want to talk about a neat-looking bull, or not bull, but buffalo. This design is cool. If somebody made a silver round and used a buffalo that looked about like that, I'd probably want to buy at least one. This is copper nickel, though, 50-cent piece, but it's commemorating 50 years since, I guess, they finished Mount Rushmore. You got Washington and the other presidents, Theodore Roosevelt. Lincoln's on here. Where is he? Way on the side here. Over here, barely visible on this coin, and then Theodore there. And damn, mine's killing me. I can't remember. Washington's on here, and who's the other guy? God, I can't believe I'm Jefferson. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. See, people help me. That's what this is all about. When you're a smaller channel, you help your other friends who are smaller channels to get bigger. In a few years, it'd be pretty cool to have, like 8,000 or 9,000 subs at least, and making a little bit of money doing videos like this. But right now, I'm not making any money. Now, let's talk about a different thing. This wasn't $5 when I bought it, by the way. I don't remember how much I ended up paying for it, but it's a railroad token. Pacific Electric Railway Company. I think I got this one and 4 other loose ones for about $10. They're not really worth very much. In fact, well, I really don't even know how much they're really worth. Collectors would probably give you more for them than some people they really like this kind of stuff. And I thought this is kind of neat looking one. Let's get the loop up here. It's the Blue Water Bridge, Port Huron, Michigan. And it's got a bridge showing on it right in the middle of it in a little open spot. United Railways of St. Louis, Missouri. It's got the big U right in the middle. And this one has a date on it, although it's a 1918. It's kind of chipped at, but it's right there. Not all these have dates on them. This one's, I don't know how it got on that side. It's got an O in the middle. I don't know how to pronounce that. Someplace in Iowa. Here's another St. Louis one. It's a 1920. Changed the design a little bit. It has a date on it. Let's see, what's this one? Long Beach, Queen Mary edition. Long Beach, California. It also has a ship on it, or a boat. It's kind of hard to see it on this because it's small. Rochester Transit Corp. That's kind of neat. Big R in the middle. I don't see a date anywhere on it. Chicago Transit Authority. I don't think they use these anymore there. And then this is a Washington, D.C. one. And I don't think they use these there anymore either. I don't even know if that's got a date on it. But anyway, those are kind of neat. Your grandmother's an engineer on the New York Central for 50 years. That's pretty cool. Let's talk about one other thing real quick while I'm still here and talking. Sometimes you find these with holes drilled in them. And depending on what price, this tested properly for the 90% silver. Looks right, pings right. I haven't weighed it yet, but the jeweler, coin dealer, says he's pretty damn sure, 100% certain that it's a 21 and it's a D mint. D's kind of small on this, but it's there. But the price, that's why I bought it, and it's in my treasure chest challenge. $18. I don't know about you, but if I go to a coin dealer somewhere and he's got a Morgan dollar, even with a hole drilled in it, he's going to sell it for only $18. I'm probably going to buy it every time, you know. And then this piece dollar, I got it from the jeweler or coin dealer. Looks like it was glued in a belt buckle, maybe a money clip. It's beat up a little bit. He said $23 originally, and I flipped it over and saw this and said something. And then he said, "How about 20?" I said, "Okay." I would buy more of these piece dollars like this, even with this gunk on the back, for $20. Besides, when you're doing a treasure chest challenge, you want to fill up some space. These dollar coins fill up some space. Now, this piece dollar, date's gone. It's a slick. Bought it in January, one of the first coins I bought for the treasure chest challenge. $16. I go to any coin dealer today and he's got one like this, I'd buy it for $16. I don't know about you guys. And this one I bought the same day and it was $17. It's not quite as slick, but it's pretty slick. But you know, $16 or $17 for piece dollars slicks. Go online and see what coal piece dollars cost you. I mean, I looked at AmpMex just the other day. They have a section, they say worse than coal, and they said they got a picture of one with a hole drilled in it. And they said some of them might be bent or heavily worn or have holes drilled in them. And I believe the last time I looked, They were $25.99, or they might have been $26.99. But if you bought 500 of them, you could get them for $25.99. I got this for 18. I ain't complaining. But sometimes you get lucky with these things. Oh yeah, the Morgan dollar. This is another 21 one. It's a Philadelphia. Date's gone. And the reason for that is I talked to a coin dealer on South 7th whose dad was in the business, maybe even his granddad. I don't remember. But he said his dad went out to Reno and they gambled in the 70s. And he said the slot machines, they used Morgan dollars because back then the silver content was worth less than $1. So the coin itself was not premium, really. So in order to kind of prevent I buy the seated with a hole in it, I don't understand. If they got it in their shop, unless it's just for a conversation starter, it should be for sale. And anyway, this was apparently used in a slot machine, and they ground off the date to prevent people from wanting to keep it because in the 70s this would have been a 50-year-old coin and somebody might have wanted to keep it. But with the date ground off, maybe not. But I've got two of them like that one, and then this one where they ground off the date a lot more. This one's got a hint of the one left on it and part of the two and stuff. I think this was $23, and you'd rather send a melt. Make him an offer then. Pay him more than what the melt will be. That's what I would do. I mean, if he's got it and he said he'd rather melt it, ask him if he'll take I don't know, say $20 for it, which is more than melt on these lately. I think the melt on Morgan dollars and Peace dollars is down to about 15 or $16 or something because silver's dropped under $20. Yeah, I would just make him an offer. Say I'll pay you more than melt for it. But like he'd probably rather send this to melt. This to me is a piece of history. Seated Liberty. It's an estimate, but it's beat up pretty bad. The S is still on it, kind of beat up and stuff. Never know what year exactly it is because the date's kind of just gone. But I do know, I think it was 1866 they added that little ribbon above the eagle. It didn't used to be, so this is not a real old seated one. Could be all the way up to 1891, which is the last year they made it seated coins. This is one of the earliest ones. I think they first made dimes in 1837, but didn't make very many of seated dimes. Something like that. Maybe it was 1838. But they made seated coins for a long time. Real long time. But anyway, I might as well pull a couple things to show. Just because I don't feel like my live stream would be right without showing a little bit nicer condition Morgan dollar. All that price. But this thing, the mint luster's pretty nice. Too bad someone fiddled with the toning up here. Because I'm thinking, I looked at PCGS. Oh, 37, I thought it was. I looked at PCGS's ratings. Mint State this year, same coin, 1898. Oh, Mint State ones, Mint State 60, 61, 62. All the ones they graded around there have more chatter than this one does. And this one just looks better than they did. Unfortunately, because how well you will see it, some of these lines, see that little J between the U and R, or at least it looks like a J? and that almost like a V. Someone took like an eraser and tried to erase some of that toning off, and that was an idiot thing to do. If you don't know how to restore these or mildly clean them, don't mess with it. You know, just hurt the value of the coin. And then this 1880S, still need to do more research. This, I believe, is a proof light. It's not real deep cameo, but it's very reflective. And when you lay it out with a whole bunch of other Morgan dollars, it really stands out just by how it reflects. I don't know. I don't know how common these are for 1880S. And it does have some chatter and scratches on it. But this would have to grade proof like, and I think about Mint State 64 at least, or proof like 64, whatever that they put on them to be worth grading. Anything less than that, it'd probably cost too much to grade, and then I already got a bunch in it. I mean, when you pay 44, it's not leaving you a lot of room unless it's high Mint State 65 or better. And that's the thing with a lot of these. Any Morgan dollars stuck in one of these, this one or the 1898, or both. But anyway, one like this, to get it graded, you'd have to, you have to think this probably got put in this by a coin dealer, and he looked at it and he probably thought about grading it too, and he passed on grading it. And there might be some reason I'm not seeing as to why, or maybe there's too much chatter and it wouldn't grade high enough to make it worth his while. So that's why I'm thinking this might not be a gradable coin for that reason. It's the same thing on this one. I mean, because of the cleaning, they'd probably throw uncirculated details cleaned on the card, on the holder. And at that point, you have a coin that, last I looked, might have been a $60 coin at best. So you're not going to be able to take a $53 coin, one you paid $53 for, send it off, get it graded, and be able to sell it for maybe 75, 60 if you're lucky. I mean, if it came back straight and they said that wasn't clean, then yeah, that'd be different. Because then they'd throw Mint State whatever they thought it was on this. The mint luster is just spectacular. Anyway, I saw this coin and was about blinded by that. Yeah, John, you got a point. I like silver I can hold. And that's what this Balboa coin is. Slightly circulated. It's 90% silver. It's a 1930. See the date right there. It's from Panama. And they make one Balboa dollar ones that are the same size as a Morgan. And I believe it's about the same design. So just imagine this blown up to that size, and it'd be kind of cool. The shield and eagle are pretty neat on the back of this. They done this coin right in the middle of, early part of the Depression. I don't know how bad Panama, the Depression was for them, but it's bad for everybody, I believe, pretty much. They didn't call it the Great Depression for nothing. But let's see. And I don't know how much you guys know. I like selling ship designs. It's the whole reason why I grabbed this Greek coin. It's copper, I think, or bronze. I don't know. It was only 20 cents. And I thought, that's a neat looking selling chip. I'm pretty sure it's Greek. Well, this says Greece. But I mean, just the way the lettering looks. This I did in January. I got this sometime in January. I think it's $31. And at the time, silver eagles were more expensive. This is a Cook Islands bounty coin, 1 ounce fine silver, 4 nines. The design, yeah, steamed crackers, yeah. That stuff was barely edible. than this sailing ship design. This is an actual ship. Of course, the Bounty is too, but this ship was made by Germany. I don't remember exactly what year. It is a 385-foot long ship, 4 masts. It's huge. Now, it was a war reparations that Germany gave it up to Russia, or the USSR. They named the ship Sedov, and we wanted to put this coin out. And why they put a ship design, I'm not real sure, because they're not really, they're kind of landlocked. But I thought the design was pretty cool looking on this. And when I bought it, I think it was Amex I bought it from, they knocked off some of the premium. I can't remember how much they took off, but it put it down to where it wasn't, I think it's actually cheaper than an Eagle. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? I like the design. I want it. But steamed crackers. Yeah, that just sounds horrible. But go back to talking about using my loop. Now, one guy I watched quite a few videos from is the Coin Geek. He's out of Pueblo, I think that's in New Mexico. I can't remember exactly where it is. But anyway, that's cool. Anyway, he uses his loop and looks at coins a lot. And I didn't know how easy it'd be to get it to focus, but it focused really nice. And I've been doing it on my videos for, using this loop ever since I got it. I use other loops I had before, they were smaller. This one's just a little bit bigger at 20.5 millimeters on the glass. So it works pretty good. Now let's have a look at the hole. Pretty sure they used modern drill bit. It's kind of worn, but overall this coin has what I call pleasing toning on it. The dark ring around the edge, and all this kind of worn flat with, I just thought it was a nice looking dollar, and when you can get it for $18, why not? Anything else you guys want to see real quick? I got quite a few different things. I could pull something else out for a couple minutes, but I'm not staying on here a whole lot longer. I got some stuff I need to do tonight. Yeah, almost 190,000 views on my channel now, which when I first started it with this coin, it got about one video. I done 2 takes on it, one a little longer than the other. It got about 10 views, another one got about 8 maybe. Very few views. I used 2 different cameras, Olympus camera that had great focus up close, but you needed a lot more light than I could get on it because it was dark, very dark. I used a Nikon, which picked up light pretty well, but didn't do so hot up close, just focusing on details on something real close. I even used an older cell phone I had for some videos. It didn't work all that great either. I played around with 3 different systems, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and buy one of these newer cell phones with multiple cameras because I know they're better. I got a Samsung A10, I think it is. It's got a 3 camera system on it. Focuses up pretty close, quite well, and that's what I use on almost all my videos now. Oh, well, pretty much all of them since I got it and stuff. And when we get this up here, you can kind of see if it'll focus good. Unfortunately, it does pop out of focus kind of easy too, but focus usually pretty quick. It doesn't always stay focused, unfortunately. It's kind of a pain. But I love my Libertad. My other Libertad, this one, I love it too, and I love have a more modern one than this one is. It's like a 2003. And other Mexican silver I like quite a bit, like the Olympic 68 one, the CN peso one that they made 77, 78, and 79 that is a little bit bigger than the Morgan dollar, for its diameter. I think it's about the same thickness. It's only 720 silver though, so it's not as much. Oh yeah, one of the other coins I really want to get, I want to get one of the pieces of 8, the old Spanish colonial type silver dollars, because they're kind of cool history. And there for a while, they were pretty much accepted almost in any country as currency because Spain made a whole bunch of them, and they're silver and they're known what they look like. And they were pretty well trusted. In the colonies, we used them for money in the U.S. colony, or it was accepted for money. They used Dutch coins in New York, which used to be New Amsterdam. Oh yeah, this is an 81 penny. The only reason why I'm keeping this is I'm trying to fill a coffee jar with memorial cents from 59, I think it is, until 1981 that are all copper, 96% copper, because the melt on this, or might not be today because it seems like copper went down with everything else, but was trading around 3 cents per coin, which is worth more than the coin is, you know. And if the price of copper continues to rise, and they're using it for everything these days, so why wouldn't it? In fact, I really don't believe when they say silver is only $19 and something. Don't really believe it, because you can't hardly buy any silver, any type of silver, anywhere close to that. I just looked on one of the bigger, dealers, APMEX and JM Bullion, I think. I was looking at Buffalo's. They were like $24, I think, 24 and a half. So it's still around a $5 premium. Now, if you buy 500, I think they knock about $1 off. But that's a lot to buy at once, just to save $1 per Buffalo. Well, you can't buy 500, monster box of Eagles that cheap. They're still, I think my coin dealer had some Eagles he wanted 32 or $31 for this weekend. So you're talking over $11 premium. It's pretty high still, but I don't know. What else do you want to see? Pull out a couple of things. First thing we'll look at real quick is an extra fine 31S. One of the better date ones. Most extra fine common date Mercury's only fetch about $3, maybe $3.50 tops. This is choice extra fine. It'd probably be $20 maybe. It's $16 when I bought it. It's 31. It's kind of nice looking. I have a 21 that's kind of beat up and stuff. Is $20, I think. But we'll talk about this. 1843. That's getting back there on these. It's a $0.50. I quite like this design. Could have got a couple more of them a couple weeks ago if I'd been there first, because my dealer had a couple of them. I really only wanted one of them. It was $30, and it was an old mint one like this one is, not the same year. This one has the arrows, and when they say arrows, it's by the date, if you didn't know. 1855 arrows. Now, the front was as nice looking as the back. We'd be talking more money. The back's pretty sharp. the details. It's got a couple dings in it, but it's a pretty old coin. 1855, you're talking 170 years old almost. This is just like pre-Civil War. Actually, when did the Civil War really start? I might have started in 1860. I can't remember the exact date. Yeah, Dutch East India. I want to get one of those, but the last time I saw them, somebody was trying to sell it for $20 or something. I'm like, nope, it's just a piece of copper. It's not worth that much, not to me. This is a pretty nice looking one. Very good defined range. It's got good detail left on the black back, although it's a little dark. There you go. It's focusing in. $50. United States of America. I quite like seated Liberty coins, and I like the bigger ones, but could have got two more of them. And he had a couple bus dollars or $50 too, and I would have been very tempted to get one of them. I think it was 1830 and 1831. Oh, that's not as bad. $9.95. Might have to think about getting one of those. While I'm in this box, might as well pull out a couple other things to show you. This is very fine, and this will focus better when it's in the card sometimes, and sometimes it won't. 1 dime. Now, once I use the loop, it kind of locks in on it because that's all you're seeing is the coin. That's a pretty nice looking barber dime. 1990 old mint. You don't know is down here just below the reef on this. And there are some where the mint is on the inside. This says it's fine. That said very fine, which looks just a little bit better than this one. The last year they made these. It was $7.50 when I bought it. You don't find these in very good shape very often. So when I do, I tend to buy them. Now this isn't in very fine shape. It appears to be bent. I don't know how well you can see. It's 21. It's a lower mintage year. It's pretty expensive, but it's kind of a key date one. I said, I got to get some of these that are less common, more premium coins that have a chance to appreciate. Now, here you go. This 39D is pretty spectacular. And when I bought it, there was a couple other guys that wanted to buy it at the same time because I saw it first, asked them what they thought about it. It's a 39D. And they said, "Are you going to buy that?" And anytime I ever said no for a couple months, that guy kept buying what I didn't buy. So this time I said yes. I saw it first. I wanted it. It's just a few scratches and maybe a little pitting on it. But it's the nicest looking mercury dime I have. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it's got full bands on it. It may have a few contact marks on it, but it's hard to see through the loop. And when I'm doing a live, it doesn't save it in high grade. It's kind of saved in standard definition. Might be able to do high definition ones if I had a different camera. And they say this is fine. It looks kind of rubbed up to me. Are you taking off, JJ? The back of this looks pretty nice though. Like I said, you don't see barber quarters, halves, or dimes in very good shape because they just kept circulating them and circulating them and circulating them. And this is a 1902, and it's a Philadelphia, and it's probably been cleaned, but it's got a lot of detail left on the coin, including part, maybe most of Liberty, although it might get weak in the middle. And I don't know if you will be able to see this worth a damn or not. Yep. Anyway, I think I'm going to pull this down for the night. I'm going to leave this viewable for people to go back and watch it because if I get enough people watching, it'll help my view hours for my channel. But I hope you all have a good night, and probably live stream again before the week's over. But take care, guys. Have a good night. Thank you all for watching, and those who subbed, thank you for subbing.